Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to SOG. Guys, I wanted to talk to you today about something really important when it comes to personal development. It was truly pivotal for me in my personal development journey, and I think it's one of the most fundamental pillars in personal development. That is the idea of self-accountability. You can't be a victim to your own life, guys. You can't be a victim to your own mind. At the end of the day, that's what this all is. We're victims to our own minds. I just want you guys to think about that for a second, because one of the most empowering things in my life in this personal development journey was knowing that I'm in full control of my life. Physically, mentally, whatever you want to think about it, I'm in control. And knowing that and living that has positioned me in a manner where I can walk around with my chest puffed out, feeling like the man, because I know I got it on lock. Now, I don't want you guys to think about that in an egotistical manner. That comes from a place of confidence. Big difference. Still treat everybody with love and kindness, but I walk around knowing that I am the man. And that everything that I currently go through, good or bad, is a product of my own mental environment. It's a product of my own physical, output. And that's not to say life's not going to challenge you, but there is a reason for that. There's a reason why you've gone through everything you've gone through in your past. There's a reason why you may feel burdened today with certain challenges, and there's a reason why it's never going to stop, and you're going to still get hit with these challenges for the rest of your life. They're tests, guys. That's how I think about it. They're tests. If you guys are big into video games, it's like a level. What happens after you finish level 1? There's a boss battle. You're not going to get to level 2 until you kill the boss. That boss is the test that you're facing in your life. And a lot of us run from these tests. We run away. Oh no, like my car broke down. Now I got to cash out a lot of money, which I actually had to do not that long ago. That's a test. Or, one of my relationships that I was looking forward to growing didn't pan out the way I wanted it to. That's a test. How are you going to handle those tests? Are you going to run from it? Or are you going to embrace the reality of the situation, use it as a baseline, and now you can maneuver forward, learning those experiences from it? Because at the end of the day, guys, you're not going to go move into new areas of your life until you pass these tests that life throws at you. And if you're actively living in a state of victimhood, you're going to run from it just like you run from all your other problems. And you're going to be thinking, why am I not progressing in life? Because every single time life tests you, instead of acing the test, instead of even sitting down for the test, you don't even show up to the classroom. You're ditching. So you're going to have to retake that grade again. And just as another metaphor, analogy. Every single challenge that life presents you guys, whether it was in your past or in your present moment, is there to shape you. It's there to shape you to becoming the max potential version of yourself. You got to think about that. We use one too many false escapes on our day-to-day basis to kind of run away from all these things, run away from our past, run away from the present struggles we go through. For what, guys? It's just making you weaker. It's making you weaker. I know so many people that are like, man, I can't stop smoking because of XYZ reason. That's BS. It's BS. If you use it recreationally, obviously all things within a reason of limit. But if it's a habitual thing, as is with porn or video games or social media, it's all coping mechanisms, guys. We're running from something. We're running from problems. We're running from the past. We're running from ourselves. And that only comes from a place of victimhood. What are you running from? I don't run away from anything, guys. I run towards things now. Is there a problem in my life that needs to get faced? I run towards it. And I conquer that problem. Boom. Boss battle finished, on to the next level. And those are the small wins that people talk about. You're stacking wins, guys. You're stacking wins. And those small wins start adding up. Next thing you know, you're on level 100, level 200. You're progressing through this game like it's nobody's business. Because now you actually have like the self-awareness to understand the importance of facing these tests. But it all boils down to one thing, guys. You can't be running from your past. You gotta come to terms with your past. You can't face any problems in your present if you're still lingering in your mind about what you went through in the past. I used to do it all the time. Oh man, like when I went through all of this like family trauma and trouble when I was like growing up, that's the reason why I'm so undisciplined today. Oh, all the times that I got treated bad by people in high school or middle school, whatever, that's the reason why I'm socially awkward. Guys, it's all a place of victimhood. Instead of thinking of it as, oh, I went through all of those things, which has taught me very valuable lessons on the importance of family dynamics and how it strengthened me today to have the awareness of the importance of these situations. So in the future, I could lead a better family life from all the experiences that I've learned and went through. Or now I know how to treat people with more like love and dignity than how I was treated in the past. It puts you in a position of power when you actually embrace it and hold yourself accountable to these things, instead of running away from it and using it as a coping mechanism or an excuse to go do all your bad habits that you're currently doing right now. At the end of the day, you're all in your control, guys. Like I'm gonna put pictures here of what I used to look like a year ago versus how I look today. A year ago, I was in my own head in a victim mindset. I was not staying on top of like, how I was looking, how I was presenting myself, how I was mentally, physically, none of it. And in 1 year's time, I completely flipped the switch into being that guy where I can walk around and people are like, well, you take care of yourself. And damn right I do, mentally and physically. But it all came from a place of acceptance and accountability. I really did sit down with myself and say, okay, everything that I went through in the past, it all happened for a reason. I'm very thankful for it, no matter how painful it was. No matter how much trauma or bad memories I have, I'm thankful for all of it. I'm blessed because it's shaped me to become the person that I am today. Truly powerful. It gives you power. It really does. It makes you you. Stop trying to run from it. Embrace it. It's also given me the strength and the ability to embrace any problem or mental strain that I feel today, right? Like any problem that comes my way where I'm going to have to really flex my mind to think about it in a rational manner instead of acting on emotional impulse. Now I have the control and the ability to embrace these things instead of run away from them and not feel all anxious and overwhelmed. Of course, that's normal to feel anxious and overwhelmed, but at least it gives me the ability to embrace that anxiety and say, okay, this is why I'm feeling this way. And now what am I going to do to conquer this test and move forward with more strength? Come on, guys. At the end of the day, only you can save you. No one's going to save you. No one's going to save you. Until I realized this, I really was just meandering around life thinking that the world was just going to give me a handout. No. The world starts giving you handouts when you actually have the balls to take accountability over your past, your present, and your life as a whole. Because once you start accepting your life and you can move from a place of confidence, now life's going to start treating you in a manner where it's like, okay, now you can actually handle a new door opening. You're not going to be scared and run away from this door. You're actually going to have the balls to walk through this door. life really does favor the bold, guys. It favors the confident. It favors those who actually take accountability of themselves in their lives. And it treats them very royally, to be honest. Every single person in this self-development sphere that's blown up, you really think that life just gave them a handout to be in the position that they're in today? I watch Hamza, I watch First Man, I watch all of these guys. You hear their life stories. You really think life gave them a handout? No, they had to figure it out for themselves. But the key thing is they came to terms with who they are as people. They came to terms with their past. They came to terms with what they're strong at and what they're weak at. And once they were able to accept themselves and not run from anything, they put themselves in a position of maneuverability and strength where they can now look towards the future instead of just constantly living in the past. That's really all I got to say today, guys, in this video. You are the ruler of your destiny. You are. Life's going to throw struggles and challenges at you no matter who you are. You could be a millionaire with, the most attractive women by your side and all the fastest cars, and you're still going to get hit with life's tests. They never stop. But the guy in that position has gone through so many of those tests to get to where he's at that he just knows how to maneuver around them. He knows how to pass those tests. That's the key thing, guys. It's just in the start of your personal development journey, those tests are going to seem very overwhelming and tough just because we're very inexperienced to them. But the more you start actually confronting these tests and passing them and passing them and passing them, you're going to notice you're growing as a person, but you're also going to start noticing that you have more confidence when it comes to life because you're not scared of these tests no more. You're going to confront them no matter how heavy they are. And you're going to ace it. And you're going to level up. So that being said, guys, I want you specifically to confront that test, ace that test, and level up. Go kill it this week. I'll be back ASAP with the next video. Until then, guys, let's go.